Well, good early morning, Carly and Todd. Thanks for the welcome back. President Trump embarking on a much shorter trip than the Middle East, going a couple miles east to Capitol Hill yesterday in an effort to unite Republicans and urge those holdouts to pass the nearly $4 trillion budget bill through Congress.
It was really a meeting of unity. We had tremendous unity. There's a lot of love in the room, and I think we're going to have a big victory. I think it's the most important bill this country just about has ever done. It's the biggest tax reduction in history, biggest regulation reduction in history, incredible for Medicaid, for Medicare. The only thing, we're going to leave it exactly as it was, other than for obviously waste, fraud, and abuse.
And if you thought we were in early, as Carly mentioned, some House Republicans would like a word, arriving at 1 this morning to continue working on the bill. As you can see here, there they are. After it passed a Budget Committee vote, here's House Speaker Mike Johnson saying he's optimistic there will be a vote this week and the bill will pass.
I believe we're going to land the plane. I do. I think we're going to get it all wrapped up.
Do you feel like you have the support of the SALT caucus, sir?
The support of the SALT caucus?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I've just been in the rooms with them, and most recently about an hour ago.
Do you think the 1A rule vote and the Thursday floor vote still a realistic timeline?
I do, yeah.
SALT, of course, a shorthand reference to state and local taxes. The bill raises the SALT deduction and is a sticking point in high-tax states such as New York, as you guys know. And again, Johnson's optimistic. Here's the headline on Fox Digital, which reads, Speaker Johnson reaches tentative deal with blue state Republicans to boost cap on SALT deduction. So as you heard from the Speaker, there could be a vote on this massive bill as soon as tomorrow. Carly, Todd?
All right, Lucas Tomlinson live for us. Lucas, thank you so much. Let's bring in Virginia Congressman and House Rules Committee member Morgan Griffith. Congressman, good morning to you. Yeah, I don't know if it's breakfast or dinner for you because you guys have been working throughout the night. We pulled you from the debate to give us an update, and it's an important update because once this passes the Rules Committee, it will go to the full House for a floor vote. So where do things stand right now? What's being debated, and how long will this take?
Well, it's going to take a number of hours further, at least based on the first panel. We have 3 panels of committee chairmen that did parts of the bill. The first panel took 4.5 hours. That's why we had to come in at 1 o'clock in the morning so we can try to get our work done. Democrats have a lot of questions, and of course they are repeating a lot of the things, their talking points over and over again. And so we knew that they were going to do that. And then once we get through the 3 panels, remember we're on panel 2 now. Once we get through the 3 panels, then we're looking at potential testimony on 500 different amendments and a manager's amendment. So we have a long day in store. Hopefully we'll get through in not too long down the road, but we're trying to get everything done so that we have the possibility of a vote tonight or tomorrow.
We don't have time to go through all 500 of the things that you mentioned, obviously.
I wish we could.
Brian Kilmeade gets upset if we go over time. But I do want to focus on some of the biggest developments coming out of this Rules Committee right now.
Well, I mean, right now we're just hearing the testimony. Obviously, there's a lot of discussion going on behind the scenes as well. There will be a manager's amendment which will deal with some issues. We'll have to see where that finally lands, but some of those issues involve the SALT tax that you mentioned. It also involves a number of little items, and then of course we still have a number of my friends in the Freedom Caucus who are holding out for some more conservative financial matters related to earlier dates on some of the things that we're doing with Medicaid, the work requirements, and some other matters that affect Medicaid but don't do anything but, as the president said, affect waste, fraud, and abuse, and try to move the bill forward.
Quick follow-up on SALT. The SALT caucus have been pushing for a number way higher than 40,000, but it appears 40,000 is the number that was agreed upon. How did Trump get them to agree to that lower number? And a logistical question, is it phased out gradually after an income limit of 500,000, or is it one of those things, if you're at $501,000, you do not get this stepped-up number, 40,000 bucks?
Well, I haven't been able to read it because we haven't seen the manager's amendment yet, but that is my understanding that if you have an income of over 500,000, you don't get it, but it may be phased in. I haven't seen the actual language yet, but I know that it's something that the Speaker and the SALT caucus have looked at. I have to tell you, coming from a district that is completely different financially, very economically stressed, this 40,000 is a huge number, and it causes me some stress. But if that's what it takes to get some other things that we want done to try to make this bill more conservative, then I'll have to take a look at it.
So President Trump met with House Republicans yesterday. What did he say in that meeting? And do you think he changed any no's to yeses?
I think he did change a few votes, but not all of them. And so we're still working, the Speaker is still working behind the scenes to get all the votes lined up. And it's, it's kind of like a Rubik's Cube. You have to keep twisting things around, and eventually we can get there. But I'm not sure we're there yet. And the Speaker is still working on it very hard, and I think that he will be successful, but we're not quite there yet at this early morning hour.
Well, we certainly will be watching with bated breath, because so much of Donald Trump's agenda in this second term of his comes down to this big, beautiful bill. Before we let you go, I want to get your quick thoughts on this in just a few hours. Congresswoman LaMonica McIver, colleague of yours, albeit on the other side of the aisle, will have her first appearance in front of a New Jersey judge after being charged with 2 counts of assaulting, resisting, and impeding certain officers or employees. Now, she went on media yesterday, was basically banging the drum that what the Donald Trump administration is doing is unconstitutional. But, Congressman, the simple fact remains you cannot put your hands on a member of law enforcement, and she seems to be disregarding that, Congressman.
Yeah, I would say that she is disregarding that. Whether or not in the end she's found guilty or not, that's up to the court system to determine. But clearly there was a laying on of hands. There was some pushing and shoving going on. She may have a defense. We'll see. But the bottom line is that just because you're a member of Congress doesn't mean you can go out and get into a scuffle and not have to at least face charges that you did something wrong. We'll see what happens in the court system. Maybe there is some rationale that I've yet to see in the video, but we'll have to hold judgment on that part of it. But charges should be expected whenever you have pushing and shoving going on.
All right, well, Congressman, we'll let you get back to debating because you're about halfway through it and you still have 500 amendments to get to as well. So we appreciate you hopping on with us this morning.
Good to be with you.
Very good.
Get some coffee. Meantime, South Africa's president